I am B Silver B. At long last, I've been saying I was going to do this for the last 6 years. Yep, here I am, on Lost and Alone, my solo world. Glad to have you here. Welcome. What I did was, after vacation this year, started a new world. And I wasn't sure I wanted to keep it at all. I wasn't sure I wanted to stream yet, but hey, today's my birthday, and I thought, what a perfect day to do that. And so here I am. And in my world, this world is now just a month and 2 days old. I started it on June 26th. Whoops, fire. And this was where it started, was here. And that's the reason I didn't know if I wanted to keep this world. Because, yeah, mountains. Mountains have ancient cities beneath them. I don't like ancient cities. I don't like danger. I'm lost and I'm alone. And I've been afraid a lot, and it's raining again. It's been raining a lot. But anyway, here's where this world started, and I'll kind of give you an idea of what I've done here so far in this last month. And don't ask me what I'm doing today, because I don't know, other than I'm showing you. And hello, Jazz. How you doing? Hi, Yarn Beast. Good to see you here. Anyway, when I first started the world, I kind of explored just a little bit, maybe in a couple directions, a little bit that way. There's another village back up there on the top of that hill over there that you can't see because of the rain. And I liked it because there was the stone, and I thought, well, I had started another world while I was on vacation with my daughter and my grandchildren, and I had made my base in the stone there, and I thought, well, that could be kind of fun. I kind of like that. And there was a ruined portal up there, and I kind of raided that. And I went boating around, and hello, puppies. Oh, is it a baby puppy? It is. It's a baby puppy. Hello, cutie. Anyway, I kind of liked the layout. I like that there's water. I always like water in the worlds that I start. So I had boated around, and let's see what I found. Well, I found this kind of cute little area. And of course, before I got all my gear and stuff, other than just a wooden pickaxe and a wooden sword and a wooden axe. I found this area. Sorry if I stumble over my words. This is new to me. I don't usually talk out loud even at home. I decided, since it was getting dark, and I don't think I had my sheep yet even to start or be able to sleep through the night, to make a bed. Yeah, that's what I said. I dug a hole into here to protect myself, and it just kind of became this was my starter base. And I stayed here for several days. You can see the days played on this is already 322, so I played quite a bit. I play slow. I'm not a fast player. Huddle Stuff says, happy birthday. Thank you. Okay. And welcome to the chat. Glad you're here. Anyway, I did a lot over here. I did a lot of fishing. It's one of the things I like to do when I first start a world. Because the things that I like, one is a fully enchanted fishing rod, because then you start getting the good enchanted stuff. Another thing I like is an infinity bow, and for me the best way to get that is by fishing. And of course it's raining. I could fish now, but might not be the best thing to do for now, so I won't. But I set up a little area, over time I added a few things, and I've got a little bit of rock, and I got some tree stuff, not much. And of course I got a bunch of bows. Nope, I don't like mending. You can keep those. I got all the parts. I can make some more. And I had gone out and I found a, excuse me, buried treasure somewhere, and I didn't use chunk base to find it. I think I was just digging out in the rock. I was trying to find iron, and got that. Someday I'll use it. Got bundles, of course, from some of the adventuring out into the different villages and stuff. And of course, one of the first things was starting to make the mine. We all start with mines, right? I mean, gotta have iron. Well, other people go exploring massive caves. I'm a scaredy cat, and I admit it. So I don't do a lot of caving, so you won't see a lot of that here. So instead, I know that digging on Y15 is iron level. And so I dug tunnels, and I got started on a few little poke holes to eventually do some more tunneling. And I did a couple tunnels. I did one here. I marked where it ended, and I ran into water, and there's a mine shaft down there, and lava. Is this the one? Maybe I'll take you down this one and show you. There was a ravine, I think, there. I forget now. This was all in the first week or so that I did this, so I kind of forget what I did. And let's see, a little more cavey ravine stuff there. Yeah, I lit that up a little bit. If there's small caves, I'll go in and I'll light up, but I got to get over that, and I know it. And maybe the streaming stuff will help me do some of that, because it'll push me to do better. And let's see, how far does this go? I like to make notes in my game, both on paper at home and in the game. So I have signs a lot of times that I take with me, which you saw at the beginning of this tunnel. It identified where I ended the tunnel. Can we run faster maybe? I'll get hungrier, of course. Is my sound coming across okay? Someone put that in chat, because I haven't, this obviously first stream. Okay, thank you. And okay, what I did down here, this is something I knew that I've started doing. When I go into places that I'm not yet ready or equipped or feeling comfortable going into doing a lot of, I take glass with me. And I do this so that I can see. And you can see down there, there's the dripstone and lava. Oh, of course, my wonderful little enemy friends. But you can see barely. There it is, the wood for the mine shaft that's down there. Someday I'll explore it. I didn't go get the iron, but I ran into a lot of water. I did kind of poke my head in there, and it was quite a bit, so that's why I didn't want to proceed. I could have filled in, I guess, and just gone straight across, but at the time there were quite a few drowns and stuff, and I didn't have my diamond stuff yet at that point, so I didn't do that. Okay, so now we'll do this long little trek back down this tunnel. And there's a different dynamic when you play in a solo world than there is when you play in worlds with other people. I play on a couple other servers. One has been going for, over a year and a half. However, the owner of that server has the server down at present, and it's been down for a few months, and he himself has not streamed in a year as of today. I would like to see him come back, and hopefully at some point he will. And I would like to get back to that world and be able to finish some projects that I started. It was the third season for his community server. And I play with some wonderful people over there. And then another server I'm on was with some more recent folks that I met within probably the last year, I guess. And that one, well, the first one that I was mentioning is called Sakura's Mystery. And you can find some of my derpy videos about that. I wasn't using a mic for those on my YouTube channel. Everything I have is under B Silver B, so you should be able to find it. And if not, I think there's a link here to YouTube and to my Discord. I do have my own Discord. I think there's only myself, my son, and one other person in it at present, but I do have one. And everything, of course, is family friendly. I'm 100% family friendly at all times. And let's see, if I knew how to make my daughter a mod, I would make her the mod. My daughter is Yarn Beast, by the way. And I was looking at that on Twitch and stuff earlier and wasn't able to figure it out. So my son's still sleeping. He's my go-to when it comes to technology stuff at the moment. And he's not here to help me because he's sleeping. I did try to wake him up, but yeah, it's too early for him. So he might be listening, though. I don't know. He might be halfway. Anyway, this is diamond level, if you haven't figured that out. There's a large cavern this way. How far was it? It might be far. A couple hundred blocks. Yeah, we'll go down. I may as well show you what I've done. I did this for my mining. Oh, I need some of this. Yeah, tough blocks. That's one of the things on my to-be-gathered list. I got a list going on because I want to do something. I have a village that I've settled. That's how I refer to it, as a settled village. It only had about 6 buildings. 2 of those buildings were the blacksmith shops, or blacksmith houses. So they had chests in them, and I think that was where I got my first diamond, but I wouldn't swear to it. Memory, you know how us old folks are. Let's see, we've got a ways to go still. But this was an area down here at the end of this tunnel that opened into a large cavern, and if I remember right, I did not explore that because, again, fear. Oh yeah, and lava. Yeah, lots of lava. I did poke my head out. There's water, so that's doing that. But it's a nice big cavern. I really like this. See, oh, yeah. See, there's lots of mobs over there. Yeah, not going there. Maybe another time when I'm braver. Will that happen? I'm sure it will. When I first started playing Minecraft was December of 2018. I had never played it before. I had never even watched it before, with the exception of my son, who started with Java 1.5 beta. He and some of his, he was just a young teenager, I think, at the time. He and some of his friends were playing this game called Minecraft. And of course, you know, Minecraft had become wildly popular even early on, and you heard Minecraft everywhere. And so one day he had set up his own server for he and his friends. And I went into his room and was looking over his shoulder. And he was playing Minecraft. And he was kind of like running over this hillside. He was Steve, as I have now found out. I don't think he even had his own skin. He was just Steve. And he was just running over these hills, and every so often, you know, breaking a block or something. And it's like, this is Minecraft? That's all you do is run around and break blocks? He wasn't building. I don't think he even showed me anything he built, if he had built anything by that time. And I thought, how boring. So fast forward then several years to December 2018, he was wanting to get a new Xbox. And I thought, you know, a new Xbox would be fun because we played a lot of console games together. And So for Christmas, we got each other half share of this Xbox. Yeah, I know, silly, huh? Um, got lots of this kind of stuff. Oh, I do have redstone. I can use that, maybe. I'll take some of that. So we got the Xbox, and the Xbox came with Minecraft. And at that time, of course, Bedrock, and he hadn't played much on Bedrock, but he had played Java. And I wasn't a keyboard player at all, so I wasn't going to learn to play keyboard. And I we had the controllers, of course, with the Xbox. And since it came with the Minecraft, I said, well, why don't I go ahead and learn? So Christmas Day of 2018, he started giving me my first couple of lessons on Minecraft Bedrock. He taught me a few basics, like how to break a block, how to convert the blocks into a crafting table, how to get some stone and make a furnace and some chests, and how to make a few simple tools, and how to convert excuse me how to convert or how to make or yes how to convert wood or logs into planks. Hey, Scrub Lord, good to see you. Just saw you there. Welcome in. Oh, and my son Frojo98, he's here too now. Yay! So I got half you guys are my family. Others are other family. Scrub Lord plays on Sakura's Mystery with me, and he's a great guy. Anyway, where was I? My son taught me how to build kind of your basic box house, how to put in a floor, how to build the walls, even how to make glass and make windows. And, oh gosh, what am I doing? Oh, I'll be fuddled right now. So, telling stories. Yeah. So he got me going on that. And I'd play for an hour or so every day. And what was it? We were playing in, I think, his world to start. But then I was enjoying it so much at the beginning that we created my own account, and my name was, at that time, Swathing Acorn. Okay, not bad. A little kind of sounded like a farming forest term. And I come from a farming background, my IRL life. And so I kept the name, but when I had my own world, I forget. I don't remember what difficulty level it started out on. It was either normal or easy. And I was just so afraid of the mobs that I didn't like it. And so he showed me that I could play on peaceful. So peaceful it was. I had my own world, and I don't remember the name of it now. It's still on my Xbox if I ever get back to the Xbox. And I did a lot of work there. I did a lot of exploring. And I even died still in peaceful. Did you know that? But I was afraid all the time. And this was like a real visceral gut kind of fear where, yeah, it was a real life physical fear. And I just, stop that. I don't know why that did that. There's a sign up there. That's why that did that. Okay. Yeah. And so I played on that for the first 9 months, and I realized I need to get over this fear. So I did change to easy, but even there, and I started another new world, and I don't remember the name of that one. It's also on Xbox. And it spawned at the edge of a mesa, but it was close to a green area, and I built a very basic kind of cobblestone house there, and I tried to explore a little bit. Oh my gosh, the fear was still getting to me. first, get dark, I'd run in the house. First thing. You wouldn't see me outside for anything except during the day. And if it fished, I made sure I made a little fishing pond right outside my front door. Yeah, I did that. That was me. Fear. I'm a fearful bee. Bees have stingers. Why do we have to fear? But I was fearful. And I remember there was one day where had been in my house doing some stuff. And I looked outside. I had a horse pen. I actually had animals. And there was a little tiny cave. I was even afraid to go in that little tiny cave to light it up. And it was right next to where I had my horses penned up in. And a creeper had gotten into the horse pen. There was probably a block that allowed access from the side. And I was afraid to even go outside my house, to go over and deal. Eric Bannister! Hey! Eric! You know what, Eric? You were my very first follower here on Twitch. Just today. Today's my birthday stream, Eric. It's my very first one. And hello, Logo Pen? Log Open? That's not a name I'm familiar with. But yeah, Eric, you were my very first follower, which reminds me, if you haven't followed, give me a follow. And I hope to maybe do this a little more soon. Yeah, about 21 minutes ago. Frojo is my son, for those who don't know, and Yarn Beast is my daughter. And thank you. And anyway, back to my story. Where was I? Anyway, the creeper in the horse pen. My son was at school. I was playing during the day while he was gone. So I waited until he got home from school so that he could go out and kill the creeper for me. That's how afraid I was when I first started playing. I'm not quite that afraid anymore. I'm still afraid of the dark places and facing the big mobs, like that guy in the deep dark. He's scary. I've only come up against him in a creative world, just so I could see what he was really like, sort of. And I fought the dragon, but only as a group with other people, and I have fought a wither with one of my buddies from Sakura's Mystery. And yeah, that's the only times I've done that. I've never done any of those things on my own, but I hope maybe as time goes on, I'll get past that fear too. But anyway, back to some of my story. I know I'm not showing you a whole lot other than telling stories, but we all start somewhere, right? And so I played on my own worlds for a while, and I got to the point where I would ask my son how to do this or how to do that or what can, and he would say, go look it up on Google. Hello, Catherine. Welcome in. I love it. Everybody's showing up. And I had, so since he told me to start Googling things, I did. And of course that leads you to YouTube and YouTube videos, which I didn't even have a YouTube account. I had nothing. I wasn't into this social element thing other than Facebook. And so I realized, even to make a comment on someone's video in chat on YouTube, you had to have a YouTube account, or at least you did at the time. So that's when I made my own YouTube account, but I wasn't posting anything, obviously, because that was years later that I finally started posting a few videos on YouTube. And but I discovered Discord. It's like, wow, what is this thing? Discord. And that's where a lot of people were from these YouTube videos that I had found. And of course, back when I started, being December of 2018, was right before the Truly Bedrock crew started their series and their what do you call it, their whole world, their whole everything. And that's where I became familiar with a lot of people. And over time, I was being more chatty in some of the discords, and one of them was Team Ninja Craft, which was by TNC Cuban. He was one of the original Truly Bedrock members, and the people in his chat were, I mean, it wasn't a big chat in the Discord, and they were just really friendly and welcoming and helpful with the questions that I had, and I kind of got to know him really well and some of the others there, and that kind of became my home, was Cuban's community, and he of course is the one who owns and runs Soccer's Mystery. And so after being in his Discord for a while, he was going to be starting up a community server, and this was in August of 2019, or was it 2020? Oh, time runs together. I had written that down somewhere. Anyway, he invited me to join, as it was a community server, and I was so fearful because I knew these guys were pros, right? They knew what they were doing. I'm just this little scaredy cat beginner that's only been playing for a year or so, and not progressing very far. But I really enjoyed being with them, so I finally said yes, and was able to join on opening day. And yeah, I died. Not right away. It took an hour or two, maybe three. And they were all so helpful. And it was like, I really like this place. So I've been with them ever since. And that's kind of how I got started. But the one thing with Cuban's community server that I had to, it was kind of a sink or swim moment. It was on hard survival. I had not played on hard survival, and that thought scared the tar out of me. I'd played a little tiny bit. I'd progressed a little bit to where I was able to do normal, but I was so fearful. And now I'm better. And that's my story. That's how I got into Minecraft and how it all began for me. So now here we are today, and I've been saying my daughter, she was one. We would she and the kids play, and we would communicate through a phone call, and she would laugh at me because I'd make all these funny little comments or something when I was playing, and I'd name my villagers all these weird little names and different things like that. Like my fisherman in my original world, his name was Sal Manella. Yeah, it was. And so she said, you should be streaming. And I'm going, you do what? Ain't me. Ain't gonna happen ever. And that was, like 5-6 years ago. Yeah. Now, I guess it's going on 7, isn't it? It'll be 7 years in December. I guess I'll sleep. And here I am today. And yeah, I finally did it. I mean, there have been a few times where it's like, okay, I've done this. I think I've had OBS for 2 years. So, again, it's that fear factor. And let's see, I got a boat out here, don't I? Anyway, this was my first starter base. I know, I keep getting sidetracked. Squirrel moments, right? And my story is kind of confusing, maybe. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I did set up a little bit of area here. I had kind of cleared out a little bit of this and made a little tunnel through to this area so I could access this, and I was growing a few trees. And originally I thought maybe I'd stay here and have my base here, but I'd explored and found the village, or 2 or 3. So we went to the village, and the village is you just follow. Oh, I really liked this. Again, sidetracked. This cute little cove here. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, but there were a couple skellies. Hello, pig. Come down here. I want your pork chops. My villager trades them. One of my villagers. Anyway, there were skeletons in there, and I had to take care of them. I don't run from mobs quite as badly as I once did. I actually now approach them sometimes. But I still don't like big dark caves. And I don't like the deep dark. Another puppy. So yesterday I was on, and I had dug, you probably noticed in the starter base there was a tunnel straight on over the stairwell to my mining area. And this is it. This is that tunnel. The starter base is just right down there. It's not that far away. It's just around the peninsula here. And once I realized that, at first I was just coming overland, and it's like, where's that village? I gotta find the village, you know. So I found the village, and here we are. And this is the village, and I've done a fair amount of work here. Maybe not a lot for some people, but as I said, I'm just a casual, slow gamer. And other folks would already have city built by now. Not me. I got my village. Oh, I do have my fishing platform. It's fun to go up here when it's raining and it's dark. I do my fishing. I keep my fishing rod there. And I crouch and I fish here. And sometimes I'll take my bow and I'll snipe the mobs for the XP and their drops. I'm not at all what I would consider a technical player. I don't do a whole lot of redstone, and the redstone that I do is usually following someone else's tutorial almost to the letter. Ended up with a lot of bees. This village was just covered with bee nests up here. There's only one of the bee nests that grew on a tree that I planted a sapling for. Oh, yesterday was so fun. I was fishing. It was thundering and it was lightning. And I posted a little 3-minute video on YouTube for this one too. It shows me, not this set, but there's another set that's now running wild out yonder. But there were two different sets of the apocalyptic horsemen. And I had to fight off the other mobs because it was dark out. See, I did. I'm not as afraid as I once was. And I was able to snipe the riders off all the horses. I think that was the first time. Usually I kill at least one of the horses accidentally. But they're fun. And I got my lava cauldrons going here. Oops, come on, get out of the way, bed. Originally, I had 2 villagers in there, and I used them for breeding. They were both farmers, 1 carrot, 1 potato. And then I had a fisherman in here, or was it over there? It doesn't matter. And then I had, let's see, I had 2 librarians in here. I've set that house up over there as my village base, I guess you could call it. I don't keep a bed in there. And we had a friend show up one day in here. He's forever. I haven't named him yet, but he's going to help me out in the future. For now, he lives there. At least I hope he helps me out in the future. And this is what he's going to help me out with. This is my very first combo Iron Farm Villager Trading Hall. I have made many trading halls, just never with an iron farm in them. And I have made one other iron farm, but it was not a trading hall, and it was in a skyblock map. But these are my villagers. I've got 34 villagers in here. And as you heard, maybe, I don't know if you can hear the sounds of it or not. It's working wonderfully. Very wonderfully. But I have all my librarians, and the only, I don't know, I don't call them cheats. They're tweaks. They're from Bedrock Tweaks. I put on here was the ability to see what all the future trades are that are locked. Because rolling villagers, and I've done it many, many times, can be such a pain at times. And I've still not found any slime. I haven't gone out looking. And that crazy dude out here, where'd he go? The scammer, where did he go? He was in here. Did he despawn? Did he go outside? There he is. What does this one have? He might end up on the chopping block. Sometimes they have slime balls. He does not, so I'm sorry. You don't like that? Look away. But so I haven't been able to make a piston to make it easier to roll the trades. So they were all using my axe and replacing, and it was a pain. There were lots of them. And let's see, we got one shepherd for now, and a cleric, the butcher, the cartographer. I think the only villager I don't have is the leather worker. And let's see, the leather worker. If I get one, I guess he could go out there. But I don't want to upset the village, so I may do another village elsewhere as well. These were the two farmers that were out in the farmer house, and they are my breeders. So only 5 wanted. Although they did all the breeding over there. I don't think, well, no, I take that back. These guys were the latest ones, and they were after I moved the breeders over here. But for now, I'm keeping their stuff here. I was in the process still of decorating the inside. It's not finished. I don't like the water dripping, so I'm guessing that just placing slabs on here will prevent that, I hope. Have you guys seen some of the new paintings? Oh, sorry, Eric. I missed your... I got to get used to this watching chat. Thank you, Yarn Beast and Frojo, for answering that. I appreciate it. So, Eric, how do you make... Since you're a streamer, how do you make... Oh, I should be doing that too. How do you make someone a mod? If you're still here. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Hit the wrong button. Sorry, I'm going to pause this for just a second. It should be in chat/mod. Well, I mean, for me, can I do that from where? OBS? Not OBS, from Twitch? In my own Twitch chat? /Yarn Beast. No, I don't think that worked. It says no matches. /mod, then the name. Okay, so /mod. Is there a space between mod? Yeah, okay, got it. Oops. Okay. And Frojo, you want to be one of my mods too? Since these are my kids, we'll start them out. Not that I expect them to be here much, but... Whoops. Okay, there. Okay. So if you know how to do shout outs, Eric gets a shout out because he's a streamer. Catherine's a streamer. She gets a shout out. I haven't watched any of her streams yet. She does the diamond painting. And Scrub Lord's a streamer when he has time. And I know there's a cooldown in between. I don't know how long it is. Sometimes it seems like it's 5 minutes or something. Oops, what did I do? Oh no. Anyway, there we go. Let's try that again. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Does that count as a derp? Ooh. Okay, and we're back in here. Now, where was I? Anyway, the newer paintings, I think, are really nice. This was the first time I'd seen, what was it, 3 of them. I don't know what they're called. I'd have to look them up. But they're very interesting. And I didn't know you could put them on iron bars either. But that was an experiment. And too bad I'm not hungry. The villagers made me a birthday cake. They forgot candles, though. I don't think we have any candles. I don't think they have any candles. But wasn't that nice of them to make me a birthday cake? So, let's see. Oops, getting dark again. You know, one of the things in this new world, as I said, I'm very slow. I have not yet even gone to the Nether. That may be on the agenda today. Maybe. I don't like the Nether. I don't like the Nether at all. I'm not totally afraid to go in the Nether, but I don't like it. But as a cautious player, I just don't go there for exploration. I go there to mine. I have in situations, like with my daughter and the grandkids, I have gone to fortresses in the Nether, and we've battled the wither skellies and the other skellies and the slimes, or not slimes, the red devils, the magma cubes, and all those fun things, and the ghasts and the blazes, because blaze rods are going to come in very handy at some point, aren't they, Mr. Cleric? Let's see. What else can I? Well, one of the things I was still doing even was look what I'm in armor. Yeah. They don't have everything. Last night, I set aside some time. I've had the armor. I just haven't been wearing it. They have the tools. They have most of the things. Is everything. But I made my list of what needed to have what, and I traded with my villagers, and I got my stuff. So I could do that. I could finish up some of my gear, except I only have 20 levels. And that's one of the things I need to make as well at some point, is I need to get a mob farm going. Again, my only mob farms that I've ever made have been in a Skyblock map. And we need names for the puppies. I got one puppy here and one puppy over at the starter base. See, that was an original bee nest as well. And you'll probably notice over there on that mountain, there's this dark line that goes up it. Yeah, it was an exploration trip. I've only looked at Chunk Base once, because I really didn't want to ruin many of the surprises here, and I just wanted to see how far some of this mountain stuff went and how close the nearest ocean was. There is ocean beyond that mountain, and I could boat. I've boated out there. There is a guardian temple out there as well. There are mushroom fields somewhere out about in that direction. Other than that, I don't remember what other places of potential significance there are. But can you see the village, the other village from here? No. I've locked some villagers up in it as well. Yeah, there it is. Between the mangrove trees, there's a village on top of that hill over there. And I've got the cherry blossoms. And I have set up my nether portal. I just haven't lit it. It's over there where there was originally a ruined portal. I've placed a chest over there with my gold armor and a few other helpful things like some blocks and some flint and steel, because I know when you go into the nether, if there's gas there, they can blow your nether portal up, and you can have no way home unless you make one, and that can be difficult. Oh, I did this last night too. I made a what to do wall, just kind of some idea of things I want to get done eventually over the course of this. I need to find some sweet berries, some bamboo, and the slime. I want to make a dock with maybe some boats. Oh, I already did that, but I might want to make a rail line. I don't know. I want to make paths. I want to have this world not necessarily a forever world, but one that at least lasts for a while and that I could come back to. And let's see, farms. I want to make a pumpkin and honey farm. I've done those before. This is going to be a real bold one if I ever get that far, and so will that, the end. That I need at least to go to for observation today. And of course the things I need out of the nether are those things. And I need to go to a fortress and a bastion and then make a barter farm. And there's probably a whole lot of, I didn't put a mob farm on here, did I? Oh yes, I did, mob grinder. See, told you, it's that age thing. We forget. Now, you're probably wondering how I got this. It isn't that I found, although I might have, I start confusing some of my worlds, a pale garden. But the trader trades some of these things. I did find the jungle. Why didn't I get bamboo? I thought I had gotten bamboo. And I think I went out and got that in the wild. The mangrove, I think I got the propagule from the trader. And the dark oak, I just got that from the trader a couple days ago too. And let's see. I need to make a sheep farm, make a wool farm. You're welcome, Catherine. Shout out. 2-minute wait between shout outs. Yeah. I've learned that because I moderate for Cuban as well, and for a couple other guys. And I know there's a delay. I'm not the greatest moderator myself, but I tried. Oh goodness, let's see. Horses, yeah, those guys. Let's see, I don't think there's anything I haven't actually showed you that I have done. So now it is, what do I do today? So maybe a good start is just, well, except I only have 20 levels. The one thing I noticed, and maybe those wiser and more knowledgeable than I, is when I had the villagers contained like this with their workstations directly in front of them, they don't bounce. But when I have them with just the trap doors in front of them, they bounce. So are they trying to pathfind and get out? I don't know. Stop it. Stop the bouncing. I push them back and they don't. So maybe it is something with the trap doors. So I may have to replace and put solid blocks there. Because I don't know that it's affecting anything. It doesn't seem to be causing any lag. But it just visually annoys me. I'm very sight sensitive in some ways. Oh, okay, what do I have on me that I can get rid of? So what do? Do we explore? I'm going to put this stuff over here for now. Oh, I should probably, yeah, close enough. Let's see. Let's give you guys your things. Shepherd, he wants the wool, don't have enough to trade. Cleric wants this, nope, doesn't want that stuff. Butcher wants that stuff. Farmers, they want this stuff. I should be getting off and going to church right now, but I think I'm probably going to skip my church stream this morning, or at least the first hour or so of it. I'll just dump this stuff in there for now. My bed. Oops, no, don't go in there, bed. Go down here. Let's see. Nope, I don't want you in there. I want you in here. Oh, the leather I did put in here. You know what? I'm just going to leave the books. Yeah, we'll put the leather and the books back in here. I have a lot of indecision quite often. Let me see. It's just this chest. And I don't have any. Did I put an extra sign somewhere? Where was that? I had that. Oh, that was back over at the village, or the starter base. If I do that, does it show? Yeah, kinda. So if I put on here, well, I don't want to do it out here. I just don't want to do it out here. I need a 2-minute break. So we'll just go in here. Do I have a sign? Sign, everywhere sign. Where's... Okay. No. This is my quick way of saying be right back. I need a brief break. So, what I need to do, oops, can I do that? I can't do that yet. Do this, see if this works. No, wrong thing. There. Oops, let's try to reposition that a little. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna mute. Oh, where's my mute thing? There it is. And then I'll be right back. Okay, and I am back. Alrighty, and it's dark. Of course it's dark. It's always dark. Oh, goodness. Okay. I do want to say, how are we doing today, Yarn Beast? Okay. Gotta remember to keep an eye on my chat. This is new. Anyway, let's see. What's I doing? Yes, sure. I know what I'm doing. I perfectly know what I'm doing. And I know that there will probably be some, let's see, unbreaking, mending, those two. Let's see what we can do, if we got enough, if we have enough. Okay, that's two. Oh, oops, I'm putting that on. Wait, oh, yeah. Put that on there. Now, question is, let's see, 12. Will that be enough to put? Ah, perfect. And I can even name it. Not that I need to name it. Have we got a nice name? B. Works for me. Good enough. I'm here all alone. Does it matter? Probably not. And you know what? Is that everything? I think that's all I need to put on there for now. I can start wearing my diamond helmet. So now, I'll put this away. However, now I am out of levels. So the rest of you will just have to wait. Okay, let's see. I was doing that. We can put this on there. Yarn Beast says, doing great. Super excited to watch my mom stream for the first time. How about you? Eric says, I'm doing good. Yeah. Eric has a lot of fun in his streams. A lot of chaos, but a lot of fun in his streams. Eric likes to die. Eric likes to get blown up. He has a great community. Chat loves him. Oh, yeah, I do that as I run around. Is this normal? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, do we want to venture into the nether, or at least take a look at it, see what it is? Maybe I want to put that back on and put my good stuff away until I see. Yeah, I got gold over there. I'll put those in here. Do I want to take these? Take my bow. I have a replacement bow. Let's see. Definitely don't need to take those. Bed won't do me any good there. Sign might. I don't think I'll do sticks. I'm not going to do a lot of exploring. It's mostly just a look-see. Oh, I didn't put that away. So I'll go put that away first. Okay. Oh, I could get another one too. Yeah, my luck, I'll spawn right in a whole lava lake, or right above it. Let's see. Did I have cobblestone over here? Oh wait, I put cobblestone in the chest over by the portal. Let's see. I'm not going to take the wood or the planks. I'm not going to take my book and quill. Water won't do me any good. You know what? I don't want to put these in the tree stuff. I'll put them in here. I need my food. I got more food if I need it. Don't need might want the Silk Touch. Do I have a Silk Touch pick? Have I done that yet? Or not pick, axe. Yes, I do have that. See, I don't have that. Okay. Okay, silk, sign, bow, torches. Yeah, probably don't need a whole lot of torches. I'll take them anyway. If I lose them, I can make more. Okay, gold armor is over by the... Although I don't know. I usually wear a gold helmet, but I think there are boots. I'll take that helmet just in case there's no boots up there. I might be going in barefoot. Am I hungry yet? Not at all. Okay, fine. Can't have birthday cake yet. Okay, I guess we're going into the nether. Oh, let's see what this dude has first. Got any slime balls yet? Of course not. Go away. Oh, cows. Your lives are spared today. Oh, I do have a flint and steel over there in the chest already, so I'll be able to light it once I get there. Yeah, I have the gold armor over here in my chest, Eric. Thanks. Yeah, with my luck, that's exactly what it will be, as a basalt delta. Yeah. That's where we were on the first season of Sakura, was a basalt delta. Ugh. And we were filling in a gigantic lava lake. And, oh, I don't have boots, so I guess I'm going barefoot. But I'll put on the better helmet. And take those and that. Oh, I know what I want to do. Well, I'll have to do that next time. Sure, I'll take the XP. Okay, light it up. Yep. Okay, yeah, I'll take that with me just in case. Oh, which one? I think I'll eat first. Fear. Oh my gosh. Fear and trepidation. Okay. Better not be a basalt delta. Anything but a basalt delta. Anyway, on Sakura's first season, it was a basalt delta. And that's where we decided to put the nether hub. Oh no, this just is bad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Soul Sand Valley. Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah. There's that. Oh, I think I definitely need a safe place. Oh, this is not fun. Oh. What else is around here? There are bone blocks. Oh, that's a lot of soul sand. Oh, and the ghasts. Go away, ghast. There's a ruined portal up there. One shot, yeah. Oh, those guys, they're fine. You know, it looks nice, but oh gosh. Skellies for days. So it's like, There's some crimson stuff, just the, what do they call that? The crimson grass type stuff. Man, it's a lot of soul sand, and it's up 66. I would really rather be low. Oops, well, oh, more bone. Boy, there's a lot of that around here, isn't there? Oh, if you haven't realized by now, I play on a controller. I can get a baby, yeah, the baby Ghast. It might not be for today, though. I do not want to go through all those guys. Oh my gosh. So soil and soul. Yeah. So I can come in here and better protect this area. Have a better plan. As I told you guys early on, I am a scaredy cat. And while I'm not feeling the same kind of fear that I did back when I first started playing, this is still a little bit on the scary side as to how to proceed. I know some of you'd be jumping right in, going gung-ho. Oh, but there's just soul sand forever. Bone block everywhere, which is kind of nice. And yes, this is on hard. Not hardcore, obviously, but hard. And I have only died once. I survived, I forget how many days it was I survived before dying. One of the funny things when I was on vacation, I was at my daughter's. I was playing, I was starting random worlds just for the fun of it, because heck, why not? And I was treating them in a sense as if they were a hardcore world, where if I died, I didn't go back to it. I didn't respawn. I just left the world. Yeah, I think the longest I lasted on those was like 7 days, which isn't very long at all. But, you know, you got to start somewhere. Well, probably eventually pillaring out that direction, or not pillaring, bridging that direction. It's going to at least get me to more of the nether wastes, which might get me to better areas than soul sand. Because I'm probably pretty sure this probably drops down to nothing. Yep. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do right now, is just we're gonna make this a little bit safer. I've done a lot of sky maps, so this part doesn't bother me all that much. I really enjoy doing the sky maps. You may see some of those. You will definitely see some of my sky map stuff on my YouTube channel. And projectile protection needed. Yeah, make your way to the bones there over by them. Yeah, I don't know if that's for today or not. Oh, there's a whole lot of lava down there. Yeah. So what did this come out as here? 7, so it'd be 58 by negative 27. Or negative 27 by 58. That's where the portal is. Probably should screenshot that. I'm so used to writing things down. Okay, let me go on the other side. I'll do the same. Well, at least. What's hitting me? Yeah, of course you are. Anybody else hitting me? How'd he sneak in here? He snuck in from over there, didn't he? Oh, gassed. You booger. Don't you hit my portal. Where'd you go? Hello, Death Dragon. Welcome to my solo world, Lost and Alone. I am currently observing my nether location. Not in the greatest place. It's in a soul sand valley, and there's lava directly underneath, and yeah, and skeletons all around. Anyway, it's safe and it's protected, and I'll use my last 5 on these taller walls. Yeah, I'll have to come back in with some more cobblestone. That's all the cobblestone I had for now. And then I'll come back probably also with some glass and replace some of these just so I can see, but gas will probably blow up the glass. So I think I'm ready to head back to the overworld. This was my nether adventure for today. It was mostly an effort to see what was here. Oh, and it's dark out here. Oh boy. Okay. Oops. Put that back in there. Spiders, zombies. What else do we have? Anything else? Oh, spider. The advantages of having good tools makes it less scary, frankly. Sure. Just don't kill me. I don't want to die out here. I'm waiting for the phantoms to show up. See, there's my mountain where I lit up. I think I started that story and didn't finish. I was looking for calcite on the stony peaks, and there were some over there, and I went out and I gathered about 5 or 6 stacks of calcite, but I just went straight up along whatever that coordinate was and crossed over the mountain. I threw in a couple torches on the way, and I think even at the very top of the mountain I left a chest with stuff because obviously I've not been to the end and I don't have any shulker boxes. And I'm not very experienced in the end either because while I've been in group fights with others to fight the dragon, and I'm not necessarily afraid to do that, although it might be a bit challenging on my own as the first time. I haven't, well, okay, I take that back. Once I went on an excellent adventure with one of my server mates from Sakura's Mystery, and he took me to the end. He was going to teach me how to go end rating. So, yeah, maybe I should put me behind bars. Kind of looks like a crib, doesn't it? Anyway, we went end rating. We didn't fight the dragon. I can't remember now if the dragon had already been fought even. But we bridged out. We followed actually some bridges that others had already made because they had been out there. And we found some cities. And I'm trying to remember. I don't think I even had the regular pumpkin head, which is awful to wear because it limits your visibility. And yes, I know there's a Bedrock tweak that you can get one that does away with that. And I think I have that on here for when I'm ready. If not, I will get it to put on here. And so he was teaching me actually how to throw ender pearls from some of these bridges to the islands. And I was surprised that I was able to do that without too much difficulty. And then we found a city that had, did it have a ship? I can't remember if it had a ship. I don't think it did, but we were going to kill the shulkers. We were going to battle those shulkers. And I got one whack in on a shulker, and I forget why we went off a little bit away from it, and maybe I was being chased by Endermen by then. I don't know. Could have been. Quite very well could have been. And I ended up dying to an Enderman. So he I told him I wasn't going to try to find my way back when I respawned, and he was very kind and brought me back some shulkers and a set of wings. And I don't think I ever went back to the end on that season. That was season 2 of Sakura's Mystery. And the only other time I actually went out to attempt to find a city was in my daughter's realm, and I bridged and I bridged and I bridged, and I never found a single city, and I just gave up. I said, no need. Yeah, I'm so used to just not having stuff from the end, I guess, but I do want to change that. So eventually, in time, I hope we will. Right, farmer dudes? So, oh, I should have ate my birthday cake. Ah, darn, I'm so silly. Oh well, I'll have to wait. Let's see, I got the Silk Touch. I put the Silk Touch away. I'm going to grab my fortune. And I just might go harvest some stuff if it's ready, because I need to build up my levels again. And right now, that's my only means, is by trading with villagers and combating the mobs. And right now, this is my only garden. I haven't even built my garden, really. My villagers, I've not even been converted yet, so they're still at their maximum levels. I did try to roll for some of the least expensive ones I could get. I have a chart that I've had for many years where I at least know kind of the range of what to expect. So like if you get a mending villager and he wants 40 diamonds, you can say forget you, dude. Because you can get a mending villager straight away for like 8. And you can get, I think, a silk touch for 6, I think it is. You probably even get a mending. It's a range for the level, and those used to be considered level 1. And they now don't have any designation at all because they have no additional levels. And then some of the harder to get. Some things, it's interesting, and I think this game actually spies on you, spies on your words. It knows what you're thinking. It's kind of like Santa Claus in that regard. He knows when you're awake, something like that. Anyway, it knows when you're trying to get a specific trade, like say Fortune 3, and yeah, I know that one somewhat is fairly accessible from the enchantment table. But if you want a villager with it, then you try rolling for just Fortune 3. It's like, seriously. I think it took forever. Because these were, well, yeah, that's not, where's the beginning ones? They're over here. You notice the numbers. There are numbers on all of my villagers. That was the order in which they became a villager. They were born. Because there's a hierarchy in villagers. So you place a bed, you get a villager. He is somewhere in that hierarchy. This village, if I placed another bed and got another villager, he would be number 35. Because I have 34 villagers. So number 3, how long did it take me to get Fortune 3? It took very long time. Whoops, I know he's here. I passed him. Where'd I pass him? Come on. Was he up here? But it took a long time. Silk touch, Unbreaking. I capitalized the ones that I was interested in. Am I just missing this? Is this what they've referred to as streamer brain? You can't see what's right in front of your eyes? Mickey! Hey, Mickey! Can you guys give a shout out to Mickey as well? Mickey is a wonderful streamer. Hey, Mickey! Thanks for the happy birthdays, too. Mickey, do you see what I got here? I have my very own iron farm. You'd be proud of me. Mickey likes to make iron farms. Where is my Fortune 3? I'm really missing him. I know I got one. Where's my list of villagers? It's not necessary. I love your iron farm. Yeah, it is necessary. Where's my Fortune 3? It's not possible. Oh, Fortune 3 is number 25. Yes, I had to look up my notes. Where's 25? Right here. Oh, that's why I didn't see it. I have him on the same line as Infinity. I got him for 19. So, but yeah, they all need to be zombified and cured. So, yeah. Mickey, you see what I'm doing? Obviously, you're here. Oh, gosh, yeah. Okay, let's see. What do I, this? No, I'm gonna put it in the paper thing. Let's see. We'll put that up there for now. There's so much I have to learn for this. Oh. There's my horses. This is pretty much my base, Mickey. I know you came in just now, so you probably didn't see all the stuff I did earlier. hopefully it will be a VOD. I guess that's what the term is, because I am recording it. Anyway, yes, I get sidetracked, lose track of what I'm doing. I harvested those things. I got to put things away now. I don't have a goal per se at the moment. I just finished going into the Nether for the first time. Yes, first time after 320 some days. And it's in a soul sand valley, which is not crazy. I'm not sure if that's worse than the basalt delta, because skeletons have bows, but at least they're not bouncing all over you all the time. And they don't have 3 death stages or killing stages. What else do I have to put away? I'll go ahead and put that up there. So let's see, carrot, you go in here. Why didn't I put you in there? Okay, where's the butcher? Put his things away. And cleric gets this stuff. And this stuff. And this stuff goes back in my house. Let's see. Am I still wearing? No, I did take it off. Okay. But I didn't put my boots back on. Come here, boots. Boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. I suppose I should sleep. Where's my bed? Did I put it up here? Nope. Did I put it in here? Mm-hmm. If you feel free to post in my... Oh, okay. It took me a moment to understand what you were saying. I get it. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. This is my very first time, but thank you, yes. Yeah. Well, being my first stream, I was a little bit intimidated, even with people I know. Initially, I wasn't even going to tell my daughter. My son was the only one who knew I was going to do this. And in the chat, my daughter is Yarn Beast, and my son is Frojo98. So you can find out who they are. And, oh gosh, I'm so new at this, I don't even know what to say. Oh, goodness gracious. I gotta get used to, thank you very much, yes, yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming. Probably limit it to just the initial 2 hours, so that's maybe a little less than another half hour. If I can figure out what to do. I don't know what to do, and I don't know why I'm doing this. I could go exploring. Oh, that's what I could do, yes, because what I need... Okay, I got my bed with me. Got a sign. Don't necessarily... what do I need? What do I not need? I need to find some bamboo. And I pretty much know where a jungle is. I thought I had bamboo. Maybe I should run over to the starter base and see if the bamboo is there. I just didn't notice it earlier, but then I wasn't thinking about it either. Leave that here, that there. I'll take the signs with me. These things go over in the house. Where's my house? Yeah, that's my house direction. You know, you would think I would remember things. I need glowberries. Yeah, I'm not sure I found a, yes, I know what the place is. Lush Cave. Yeah. No, you don't belong down here. You do not belong down here. That's because you belong up in the iron farm. Thank you. Anybody else down here? That iron. once in a while I still get one out there. I'm not sure entirely why. Because the center of the bed, or the center, is right there where you see that little blue bed. That's the center. And they do spawn where they're supposed to up there, but every once in a while. Maybe they spawn on the edge still for some reason. Once in a while. I don't know. Anyway, what was I doing before I rudely interrupted myself? Put that away, put those away. Is there a bed left over? No, I made sure that, because initially after I built the farm, that was one of the things I experienced. Of course, I did follow a tutorial. Mr. Prowl was very kind to have his tutorial online. And I had forgotten that there were limitations in both beds and job blocks, occupation blocks. So because I was explaining earlier, I had some of my villagers in, there's a building over there. That's where I originally had my two breeders, who are the farmers who were on the back wall in there. And I had a fisherman, and I had another guy in here too. I can't remember what he was. And I had a couple of librarians here. And I hadn't moved them all over initially, or I hadn't moved their, I think it was just these two guys I hadn't moved over. I'd moved everyone else. I was going to keep them over there because they were the breeders. And then I realized, and it was explained in the first part of the tutorial, which of course I had overlooked, that there were distance requirements. So I went and I made sure I removed the beds and the job blocks. The only two job blocks that are now here are ones I have put over there to collect the lava after the farm was working and after all the villagers were set. And they all have their occupation blocks behind the scaffolds. Except the librarians, their occupation blocks are in front of them because I wanted them to have bookshelves, because they like to read. They're librarians. That's what they do. Oh yes, I was putting things away. Let's see. There are a lot of things that still need to be done on here. I am very slow at accomplishing things. I'm very bad at staying on track. And sometimes even very bad at staying motivated. So how often I will stream, I don't know. This was a trial to see if I even liked it. I've been saying I was going to do this for 6 years. You can hear the whole story if you go back and watch the VOD, because I did explain that at the very beginning. And yeah, see, I already lost track of what I was saying. There's my little fishing hut down there, or fishing blind, whatever you want to call it. So what am I doing? Oh, it's going to go out to the jungle. Okay, but I got to put things away first. Okay. No. This goes kind of in here. I don't have a storage system. It's just kind of the hit and miss. Been putting stuff wherever. No, not there. Not there. Come on, where is it? Up here. No. Down here. I know I got the wool over here. Yes, that's the sum total of my wool. I got that there. We'll take the crafting bench with me. We'll take the bed with me. Let's see, where do I have? Oh, yep. Take those with me. That's how many diamonds I have. Yep, that's all of them. Of course, I do have all my gear, but I'm not wearing all of my gear. I only have enchanted armor, or enchanted chainmail. And these were pieces that dropped, I believe, from mobs. So, Let's see, the jungle, I believe, was that way. So, oh, I want to take one of my boats. I don't want to have to make another boat. Oh, go away. Don't scare me like that. In my early days, that would have totally given me a heart attack. Oh, why not? I'm going to carry you. Go away, Enderman. Oh, there's probably something I'm forgetting. But I guess we'll be going up this big old mountain over here. 'Cause if I remember right, we'll look for the jungle. And I haven't tamed any horses. I did put a saddle on a pig. He's out here roaming around. Yep, there he is. I haven't named him. I had a saddle on me still one day after fishing, so there was a pig, and why not? Wings. Oh, I wish I had wings. But that's probably not going to happen for a long, long, long time. Oh, what am I coming up to up here? Okay, nothing really scary. Find the easier route. There's got to be an easier route. I didn't bring my shovel. Oh well, worst case scenario, I guess I just make a wooden shovel if I need to. I don't remember how. Seriously, B. You could get aghast. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't watched too much on how the gas things are done yet. I mean, as those of you who are streamers that I've been in your chats, you probably know, I do a lot of lurking, which doesn't necessarily equate to a lot of really paying attention, which you'll have to forgive me. Oh, speak, come on. And, yeah. I even watch a lot of videos. I still don't pay attention. Yeah, because I'm either playing or I'm doing something else, or I don't know. Attention span of a rat, I guess. I don't know. No, I don't want to cross the snow. Which snow is this? Is the good snow or the bad snow? That looks like the bad snow. So we'll do this. Oh, you know what? Okay. We'll just pretend it's day one and this is my first thing I'm doing. That's a good snow. I think that's a good snow too, but I'm not going to take chances. I have frozen before and I don't like freezing. Is this not the jungle? Maybe this wasn't the jungle direction. There's the calcite. There's some beautiful stony peaks here, Mickey. I want to find a bamboo. I'd even settle for taiga with sweet berries. Is that a big hole? Of course it was. One of these days I'm going to fall into it. Sheep everywhere. Oh, there's one of those new cows. What do they call those? Is that the Highland cow? I don't know the names. I want the jungle. We're looking for jungle. I hear an armadillo squeak. The weird thing I'm finding in streaming is while there's chat there, it's not audible. So that interaction is so very much different. I'm sure you other streamers are aware of that, aren't you? Hello, llama. Calcite. More calcite, yes. I think I'll eat. Jungle! Now, is there bamboo there? Let's see. What route do I want to take? Over hill and over dale. That's where I guess I'm going. Oh, I don't want to go by that big spooky open cave area, though. Well, we'll make it fast. I've based, when I was on the Great Abyss, well, I still am on the Great Abyss, but on the Great Abyss, my village was an acacia village that had one edge that was a plains village, and I settled that village. I kind of like to work with villagers, if you haven't noticed. It's kind of my thing. And kind of got tired of the dullness of acacia. So that's why I was looking for a world that had water and green. And I like these new little bushes that came in one of the more recent updates. I'm definitely not the most knowledgeable Minecrafter, but I know enough to get in trouble. Right, sheep? I even know enough sometimes to get out of trouble. Although I don't like getting into trouble to begin with. Let's see, is that a piece of bamboo? Is that bamboo over there? It's definitely melon. I think I already got melon. See, I was pretty sure I had gotten bamboo. That's why it seems kind of weird that I didn't have any. Yes, it's bamboo. Lots of bamboo. Lots and lots of bamboo. Okay. Nice. More pumpkins. I might get those for my villagers, my farmers. Hello, parrot. I think you were the first kind of parrot I ever saw. And I love vines. Oh, I love vines. Now actually, I go back to the Great Abyss. It wasn't specifically the Great Abyss that I was in the Acacia Village, at least not to start. Well, here's the story. I started following this first-time streamer maybe a year or so ago, and he was just wild. I love following him. I was there. He hadn't even played Minecraft before, so it was a lot of fun helping him and giving him tips and hints and all that good stuff. And he had a solo world, but after like the first month or less, he decided to open it up to some of the people. He also multi-streamed on TikTok, which I hate TikTok. And he invited me in, and I thought, well, okay, I'll come. And he said you can join. So I joined, and my intent was only to stay long enough to set up a village for him with villager traits. But this guy was gung-ho. He did a lot of dying. He was like, he lived life on the edge. And I don't know where I'm going up here. Just sort of look-see, I guess. And he, so I set up the village and ended up staying, and grew accustomed to, or acquainted with, a couple of his other people who later joined. One of them had at one time been a mod for Prowl. Ooh. Oh, is that a lush cave? Is it? I can't tell, but it looks like it. But it's dark. Oh, it's dark, and I'm in a jungle, and it's dark. I remember on one of the family realms, my daughter based in a... Oops. Nope, 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 nope. You're a big nope. Go away. Thank you. Oh, that is Lush Cave. And that's a creeper. Go away. I got a few torches. That helped a lot. Not. Oh, big dark caves are scary. I don't do well in big dark caves. Oh, sure. Why not use a piece of wool? Oh, gosh. Here's Bee doing risky business. Because this is not what Bee does. It says shiny down there. Is that like glow squid? Oh, no, that's the orbs, isn't it? Yeah. I know, I got my good bow. I should be fine, right? It's just my aim is off a lot. Then I have to get out of here. But I don't see any glowberries. Eric, there's no glowberries here in the Slush Cave. Oh, skeletons, I don't like you. Go away. There's more coal. I don't like where they can drop on you. Doesn't look horrible down there. Am I just that much of a chicken? You can answer that. It's okay. Moss, yeah. And actually, I have one piece of pale moss, and I think I got it from the trader, the wandering trader. Go away. I want you. I do want this coal, though. Got villagers that trade coal. Oh, yeah. See, it's the ones over there that are going to cause me problems. Yeah, it's... Is it getting dark? Oh, it is. Oh, hang on here a second. Okay, just want to make sure I'm in a safe place, or safe enough place. And I know I should keep my sword in my hand when I'm sleeping, because that way I can wake up and smack the monsters. I always forget that. Now, if... I don't need the bow, but I am going to need stone in order to get out of here when I'm ready, or to pillar up as needed. I just don't want the bad guys coming after me. Make a break for it. It's down there. I saw him moving. Is that a creeper trying to sneak up on me? Yeah. No, it was a skelly. Okay, where's the dark spots? I don't want anything coming down on me. I've been thinking that that's probably the way to light up a cave is you start at the top and work your way down. And hope there's no hidden places. Glad I brought all the torches with me. Okay, we'll kind of go down in layers here. Keep an eye on that section over there. I don't need to worry about the iron now that I have the iron farm. Oh, you'd be proud of Bee. Bee doesn't go into these dark places. I'm doing this for you guys. Now, can I get the moss? Yeah, I can get it without a shovel. What about the tree? Did I get the tree? Oh, I did. But of course you can bone meal the moss and get more trees. So I don't necessarily need a lot of this stuff. Yeah, see, I worry about those sections up there where they could spawn. Like, oh, bird, you scared me. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I heard growlies. Is he up there or down here? I don't want things dropping on my head. Well, this is an unplanned adventure. Not necessarily a bad one, just unplanned. I hear you. There. We'll get in a little bit more safe area. Gotta remember my way out. Oh, and there's clay down here. And those things. Oh, there's an area up there. Yeah, okay, fine. Get way up here. Well, it's not a very big, lush cave. Although, I suppose if I break through the walls, there might be more elsewhere. I wish I had brought my shovel. So that'll take time. Okay, I'll head back out of here. That's enough of that for now. Okay, past the water, past the water. Let's go up here. Okay, still daylight again. Good, good. Okay. Bee survived. It wasn't that scary. Wasn't that dangerous. I do want the coal. Of course, I'll have to break all that coal down back at the village since I only brought my silk touch with me and not my fortune. Gravel, no. Do you need, is it just shears or can I can't get that with silk touch, can I? Yeah, that's just shears. There. Well, I'm already feeling accomplished. I did that. And it's been 2 hours. And, gosh, Well, I need to find my way back home. I got the bamboo, so that was one accomplishment, which is good. We're going to get some karaoke. Who does karaoke? You do karaoke? You gonna go do karaoke? Huh, Eric? Yeah, you do karaoke. I love it. No, I don't know that I'm a singer, even in funny. Well, it could be kind of fun once I get more comfortable doing this. Although I will say this really wasn't all that bad. I was okay. I'm going to take a screenshot of this real quick so I have the chords for the Lush Cave. At least I know where one is. It may not be big. It may not have a lot of stuff. And let's see if I can find my way back. I'm usually directionally challenged, but I think, if I remember right, it was this way, right? Yarn Beast, yes. I'm not the one that was a singer. You're the one, actually, that sang, sis. It felt a lot like when you played with us over the phone. Did it really? Good. I hope everybody was comfortable. I hope I wasn't too goofy in here. But maybe goofy is a thing. I don't know. But, yeah. I mean, sometimes I may be far more quiet than I was today. I think I did pretty well yammering on. But then I had a story to tell. I had to tell how it all started. My Minecraft journey. And bits of that may or may not come out again in the future, but once I get back, I'll end stream. And I guess at this point, anybody who hasn't followed that's still here would appreciate it if you do. And oh, gotta get those pumpkins. And then we'll see who's live. I guess I can do a raid. I don't know. Obviously, I've never done one, so I don't know. But I don't know if that requires something like being an affiliate or if you could just do it. The streamer pros out there can tell me about that. And next time, yeah, I'll let's see, what is it I'm trying to say? I'll let people know maybe in a couple Discords that I'm in that I'm going live. But it was just this first time I figured probably the only ones would be those who have already followed me previously, even though I wasn't streaming, which is really great. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you've all been here. And it's been, whoa. Oh, okay. That's why I say, whoa. I'm not good at parkour. Yeah, I obviously use a controller. Oh, which way's home? I think that way's home. Just don't want to go over the mountain. So I think I went this way, didn't I? Or I came from this direction. And it's going to get dark. Hello, you weird new chickens. I don't know if I like your coloring or not. I'm not a fan of orange in the first place, and that may be jading my opinion, but they just, oh, what's down there? Oh, that wouldn't have been that bad. I wouldn't have died. Hello, llama. I'm going to have to sleep again. So fine. Put the bed here. This time I'll put my sword in hand. Try to remember to do that. Yeah. Well, there's even a button, I think, on the quick actions that says for raid. I just don't know who to raid, who's live. If you have suggestions, who is live? Where am I looking? Let's see. Who are those people? Let's see. BB something, Magister Mine. Who are those people? I have my laptop open as well. Draco's Funhouse. No, he's not doing. No. BB for Burst Bear is live. Magister Mine. Dark Knight Fury. Who are some of these? Slack's live, but that's stream weekend. I kind of feel weird going in there. But hey, might be a good way to let them know. But then again, I don't know. Of course, I'm not such a pro at this that I'd have a raid message. We'll get there eventually. So much to learn, though. Deep dark holes. What are the deep dark holes? More caves to explore eventually. Yeah, there's not much there. Maybe a little cave. Oh, well, it might be. It could turn into something. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I need to remember, especially when I'm exploring out here around the mountain. Oh, there's the other village. That's the one on top of the hill. See, it has a golem too. But I locked a few people in here. I've already raided this village. It was bigger. Well, I'll take that rotten flesh home for my cleric. He likes it. Anybody else? And see, there's ocean. There is ocean way out there. And there's lots of pretty pink trees. And we get lots of kitties. I heard the growly zombie. Headed home. Headed home. Keep on track. Stay on focus. Isn't that what they said on Star Wars? Stay on target. Stay on target. Yep, there's home. I see home. Yeah. Now that I've streamed from here, and I've only had 2 or 3 other little 3-minute or less videos that I put on YouTube from here, and again, everything on YouTube so far has been without sound other than the game sounds, because I've accidentally one day discovered that I can catch streams, or I can record from my controller just by pushing a button. It's like, oh, cool. Oh, hello, dude. Nice of you to come visit. What do I name you? Pork chop? Lamb chop? No, not lamb. You're not a lamb. You're pig. Oh, we went back through that side, too. Got to come up with a funny name if he stays around. On the Great Abyss, I have 3 of them that I've trapped. One's in a well, 2 are in boats, and I gave them names. There's some stuff from the Abyss on YouTube as well as Sakura. There might even be one from the Family Realm. I can't remember. Or maybe the Past Family Realm. Okay, I'm back. So, now, I guess, it's time. Yeah, these things are not things I know very well. Getting these controls worked out. I'll make it look like I'm in jail. Kinda. Wrong direction. Wrong direction. You know, it's funny, I play Truck Simulator and its controls. And I recently played Sea of Thieves. Yarn Beast, we need to get back to some Sea of Thieves. And my son started me on Satisfactory. So I have other games too that I could be playing. Definitely. Lamb Chop is a puppet. Yes, I know Lamb Chop is a puppet. I used to watch that show when it first came out back in the 1950s and 60s. That doesn't tell you how old I turned today. Nothing will, right? Yeah. There's that. So, does that make a screenshot? Sure. I might make a screenshot. Anyway, it's been wonderful, guys. Thank you for being here. And we'll see if I can figure out this raid business. And we will go to... Who are we going to? Should I go to Slack? I know it's their stream weekend. He's got another hour. Ooh. I don't have a I'm trying to say an end screen yet. Those are things I need to work on. I need to figure out how to even do those. And I didn't have a startup screen, but it was fun today. I enjoyed this. I might do this again. So just kind of watch for the notifications, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's see. Edit stream, no. Clip that, no. Raid channel. So I can just hit raid channel. Let the community know you stream. Go to Slack. Okay, I'll do that, Eric. Thank you. Let's see. Oh. Maybe that wasn't the thing. Raid channel? Where do I put? Maybe that wasn't how I do it. Okay. How'd you say to do this, Eric? Let me look back here. Make a break for it. Let's see. Oops. I missed it. Thanks, Yarn Beast. No, I don't do the phasmophobia type thing. Ew, no, no, scary. Slash raid. How does he spell that? Slack lizard. Slack lizard. So does that go through? Oh, 2 viewers, 4 viewers. 5 viewers. Thank you all for being here. I just really, I really appreciate that you came out and caught my first stream. Oh, gosh. And I wasn't quite as scared as I thought I would be. Okay, I'm going to hit that raid now button, so bye. Okay, I gotta turn all this off. How do I turn all that?